Hello everyone, it's Deb Floros for Rings and Things. I'm going to make a bracelet and necklace set, and I'm going to be using memory wire for the bracelet and this rubber tubing cord that comes in bulk 10 meters. It doesn't have a hole, and we're going to use these incredible silver-plated metal bead spacers. They're coiled, and some Tiara cast antique silver heart charms that are so cool. For the memory wire, you're only going to use memory wire cutters, and I've got some memory wire pliers that I'm going to be using from Beadalon. Now, I'm going to cut about a coil and a half of this oval bracelet memory wire. If you have a memory wire that is the heavy duty, that would be ideal. I did not use that for this particular bracelet. It does work, but the heavy duty would be better. Now I'm going to cut a piece of my rubber tubing, my rubber cording, and I'm going to start stringing on some of those little coiled spacer beads. And I'm going to string on a pattern of 2 beads, a heart charm, 3 beads, a heart charm, 3 beads, a heart charm, and 2 more beads. And you might have a little trouble getting the beads onto the cording. You might need a little bit of assistance from a plier to pull the cord through, but cut your end a little bit sharp. That should help. And as long as you're patient, you'll get them all on. Then you're going to want to figure out how long you want your necklace to be. So once you've got all of your beads on, you're going to pull them down to the center of the section of the tubing that you have cut, or you can cut it when you're ready and have everything strung on and you've got it to the length that you want it. Either way, you'll need to choose the length that you want, and you can use cord ends of some sort and glue them on to this cording, or you can simply tie the cording on as a necklace, which is what I did. And I really love how this just creates a fun little focal section of this cool rubber tubing necklace. Now, next what we're going to do is take our memory wire and those pliers, and we're going to create a few loops at one end. And then this is so simple. All we're going to do is string on all those incredibly beautiful spacer beads. Now, you could change this up and do all kinds of things. You could add glass beads or gemstone beads in between those metal spacers, but I kind of liked the vibe of silver and black to go along with my rubber cording necklace that I made. And because I used some of those coiled spacer beads in my necklace, this is the perfect match for my necklace. Now, this is kind of a heavy bracelet, which if you've got the heavy duty memory wire, you could most certainly benefit from that. Because those beads are very, very heavy. You could also use round memory wire for this as well. Works perfectly well with either kind of memory wire. So I'm just stringing those on, and note to self, if I would have strung them on while they were still on the cord that they came on, I could have cut the time in half at least putting this together. But I kind of enjoyed putting all of those beautiful beads onto the memory wire. It was sort of zen. So now that they're all on, I'm going to coil the other end with my my memory wire finishing pliers, and then I'm going to go back to the first end and just tighten up my coils there as well. Now, you could stop here and you could put some charms at the end or leave it as is, but I'm going to add a little bit of cording to the end of each side. And I'm going to take the last 4 of those coiled spacers that I have left, and I'm going to tie them on with the cording. Now, you could use a little bit of glue here if you'd like. And just make sure that your pieces, your knots are going to stay in place. I just did a couple of overhand knots, added a coiled spacer to each side of the cord, and then I tied another knot after that, another couple of knots after that, and just added a fun little accent at the end, which then ties back to our rubber cording necklace that we made. And this is a really, sort of all gender friendly set. So you could do all kinds of fun things with this for gifting. Now I did cut my cording fairly close to those knots. So if you've got glue on there, you'll ensure that those knots aren't going anywhere. That looks kind of fun, right? So I'm going to the other side now, just going to put that piece of cording through my coiled loop at the end. And with those finishing pliers, that loop is the perfect size for the cording to go through. There's my knots. Now I'm going to add those beads. And you might need pliers, as I said before, to pull those through. Just be patient and use those pliers if you need them to pull them through those beads. Tie a couple of more knots. And then you need to see how this beautiful bracelet looks on. It is so cool. I just love the metallic spacers. They're just so cool, but you could add so many other things to this to make it even more fun or specialized for whoever you might be making it for. I love this set. It's really great. You can find everything to make this set at ringsandthings.com. Thanks for watching.